So hello everyone, Nikhil this side. So today we have a introduction about the types of ships, and it is also one of the most interesting chapter in GSK General Ship Knowledge. So let's begin with the types of ships. So here we have like first we have to understand that what is a ship. Everyone knows, but take a just little definition of it. That is, a ship is a large watercraft that travels the world, ocean, and other sufficient deep waterways carrying good or passenger or in support of specialized missions such as defense research and fishing. Like as we all know that fishing and research is also most important, so and defense also. So ships are used in different type, not only for cargoes and for transporting, they also use for research purposes, like taking out petroleum from the seas and all that. They are also important. So in all the areas ships are used, and they have a important role in our transportation and living industries. So next we have types of cargo and their storage requirement. So everyone knows that cargo are those which carry good and all that. So let's take a mean about that. What is a cargo means? So cargo is a good carried on ship. If we carry a good on a ship, then that is cargo. Other we have the storage requirement. That there, what is their storage requirement? So storage word came from storage, like how they store that particular thing. So here the storage requirement is refers to what? Storage requirement. The proper, here I just wrote a little definition of the storage requirement. The proper placement of dangerous goods on board a ship in order to ensure safety and environment protection during transport. Like while transportation, everyone should have the clear, like the good that are they are going to transport, it should not affect our environment. So here the storage means, now you can understand the storage refers to what? That storage of that good, like how they store that good in a proper requirement ways, and what they need to store that good. Like if they are transporting chemicals and all that, if they got released and they are then they lead to a high ocean dead in life, like most of the fishes and ocean living animals, they got died. So this is the also the one of the most important measure, that how you are carrying the good. Okay, so next we have types of cargoes. Like different types of cargoes, we have mainly six main different types of cargoes. That is, first one is bulk carrier, other one is oil tankers, other one is gas carrier, then reefer vessels, then ro-ro ships, then livestock. Now I'll give you a little bit introduction about all these. Like, what is bulk carrier? Bulk carrier are those which carry all the products or good in bulk. Like they carry grain and all the different types of thing, but they are in bulk. They don't need any special type of packaging and all that, but they carry everything in bulk amount. Other one is oil areas. So oil tankers, what they do? Oil tankers, just oil tankers have two different type, like crude oil tankers and that is product oil tankers. Product oil tanker carry produced oil that is used for our bikes and all that. But crude oil that came from ship, they are different type of bulk tankers. They carry crude oil. Other we have gas carriers. Gas carriers are used for what? That like we have some chemicals such as LPG, LNG, like liquid petroleum gas, liquid natural gas, CNG, compressed natural gas, and we also have different type of chemical such as butane and all that. So when they carried in bulk in ships, then they require a special type of carriers to hold them. Other one is reefer vessel. Reefer vessel, there is a word used as reefer. Reefer refers to what? Reefer is refrigerator. So they all in the vessel, they are whole, they are refrigerated, and they provide the temperature whatever the loading material wants. Okay, so next we have ro-ro ships. Ro-ro ships, what? Ro-ro ship refer to ships, they used for car carriers, like car, our motor vehicle and all that. Ro-ro, the full form of ro-ro is rolling off, rolling on. Rolling on, rolling off ships. Like ro-ro is used here because they are used for rolled materials. There is one also like that. There is low like that. There is also one of the most ship that is called as low refers to what? Lift off, lift on. Like crane and all that uses for low ships. Another we have livestock ships. Livestock vessel. Livestock vessel are used for what? They are the ships which are used in vessel which carry the living material like goats and sheep. When they are transported in bulk through a ship, then they have a special cargo for that. That is livestock vessel. Okay, so next we have basic feature and types of ship. Like we have different types of ship. Now we are going to take a look on every type of ship, like different type, how many different type of ships are there, and take a like brief introduction about all of them. So here some name are written here like passenger ship, ferries, general cargo ship, bulk carrier, container car carrier, ro ship, crude oil tankers, product tankers, LPG, LNG, passenger ships, cattle, offshore ships, specialized vessel like seismic, hydrographic vessel, oceanographic vessel, polar vessel. So just take a look on all these type of ships, like what they do and how they look. So let's start there. So first one is passenger vessel. Passenger vessel, as you can see, it is used for passenger, and most of the passenger are nowadays go through a ship, like they use the cruise ship. So nowadays, if you will see, most of the passenger vessel are used as cruise ship. In that, the most of the like everyone want to enjoy their holidays and all that. So cruise ships. Another we have ferries. Ferries are a different types of ship. Actually, they are not used for transporting material from one place to another, but they are used for just across the river, like for transporting any good or any good or product or passengers across the river to transport for a little distance, but in a proper way. Okay, so they are also a different type ferries. Here we have general cargo. General cargo mostly uses for all the different types of good and product like granaries and all that for transport purposes. So next we have bulk carrier. Bulk carrier carry the all the amount in bulk, like grains, whatever the like cloths and all that, anything that is transported through bulk carrier, they carry all the things in bulk, like in huge amount. They have tanks, and most of the cranes used to transport them and take out them from the cranes. Here we have Roro ships. As I told you, they are used for cars and all that. Here you can see all the cars have sunroof. Like most of the rich people send their cars in these ships, because they are little bit expensive also. So Roro ships are used for to transport their cars and running material. Next, we have LPG and LNG. LPG and LNG is what LPG is liquid petroleum gas, and LNG is liquid natural gas. So they are used in a different type of ship which have a required temperature, pressure to carry them in a proper way. Like if they got and they also carry in liquid form, because in gaseous form they can be first they take a little bit more volume, then they take a little bit more pressure also. So to decrease them, they transport it in liquid form, and yeah, that is LPG and LNG ships. Next, we have oil tankers. So here we have crude oil tankers and product oil tankers. So oil tankers are generally used to transport oil that are produced in that are produced in seas and all this. Here we have cattle carriers. These cattle carriers are used for transport cattles, like livestock ships that I told you. So these cattle carriers. Here we have offshore ships. So this is also different and most important types of an interesting type of ship, that is offshore ship. This is used for generally to take a look on different types, like to take a to know about the ocean condition. Like they provide the pinpoint direction of the where they can where we have the where we can dig out to get the petrol and all that, to take out the petroleum from the sea. They provide the pinpoint directions. So all for all these research and all that, they use the offshore ships. Specialized vessel. Specialized vessel, these are actually this is seismic vessel, and specialized vessel, this is one of the specialized vessel, that is seismic vessel. The most of the seismic specialized vessel are used for specialized vessel are used for some special purpose. Like seismic vessel is one of the specialized vessel used for taking a look on the for sea condition, and they only give us survey of the sea around them. Next, we have hydrographic vessel. Hydrographic vessel provide the hydrographic condition of the sea, and they are generally used only for hydrological. Just they have a different work actually, so they just use for a different purpose, to research purposes and all that. Here we have one of the most important and interesting type of ship, that is polar vessel. Most of the cruise, generally cruise, and those who have extra money, they spend on them polar vessel, and they take a look on a different poles. Like on poles, there is a different weather condition to go through a ship and all that. So on poles, wherever some they are generally cruise ships, and those who have generally those who have more money, they spend on them, and go through, take a look on the pole, like what their temperature and all that. So they are generally used for holidays, for grooming purposes. So that's all the introduction about the poles and